Hi, my name's Steve, my business partner Austin, and today we're going to look at CRMs versus email marketing. What's the difference? Do you need one? Do you need the other? Do you need both? We're going to look at all that and explain out exactly what it is. It's confusing to a lot, including to me somewhat, because they're intertwined in such a way that it is very confusing. So, CRM, first off, stands for Customer Relationship Management. And it's basically your database that tracks your relationship with your leads, prospects, and clients. So, it's like a super powered contact list that tells you who you've talked to, what you talked about, when you should follow up, where someone is in your sales process, and what are examples of those kinds of software. That would be HubSpot. They've even got a free tier in there that you could look at. Zoho's one. There's a lot that you could look at, but those two are probably the biggest and the two that you hear the most about. So the CRM keeps track of everything that you've done. If we're Omaha Bookkeeping, and we've tried to reach out to all the different local businesses in the area, your CRM will know exactly who you've tried to contact, how you've done it, and what the result's been. So it's very, very valuable to have that. What is the difference between email marketing? Well, email marketing is your broadcast tool. So that's what sends everything out. Some people refer to it as an autoresponder, is how it's usually used. So somebody signs up to your form. Let's say you're running Omaha Bookkeeping and you've got a form on the website. When somebody fills it out, your autoresponder will automatically send them whatever information you had told them. Maybe they're going to get some kind of a checklist. They sign in, and maybe it's a double opt-in. When they go to their own email and sign in, that thing automatically gets sent to them, whatever they signed up for. So you've set that up, and that's called your autoresponder, or that's part of the email marketing plan. So it's used to nurture cold leads, and it does it, as we've talked about, over time, where you get your information out about your company and yourself. And over time, you can build up, some kind of prospects with that, and hopefully you build up business with that, because your warm prospects are great. You can get some business there, but you need to get the cold prospects in order to run a business. What are examples of that kind of software? Well, that would be what we talked about with MailerLite, which is a very good one. You can use that free through WordPress, and it will probably be way more than you'll ever need. There's ones that you can pay for, Aweber, MailChimp, those kind of things. You've seen them all out there. ConvertKit does a lot of advertising. I'm sure you've seen that from being pushed by marketers. So those are all the things out there that you could look at. Email marketing is casting a wide web. So you're tossing out a huge net into the ocean. You're hoping that you can pick up a few little things with it. And that's how that works. And it's obviously has some importance to it. I'm going to turn it over to Austin to look at some differences, and maybe he'll give you an opinion on what he might pick out of this.
So, a CRM, their big thing is it's one-to-one, so it manages individual relationships. When email marketing is one-to-many, it broadcasts you to your whole list. So the CRM is better for like relationship tracking and sales pipeline, while email marketing is better for list communication and automation. So you use a CRM to know who to follow up with, and when you use email marketing to send what to say to a group. So the CRM is used to track relationships, individuals, follow-ups, pipeline, and some examples are like HubSpot and Dubsado. And with email marketing, its purpose is communicating with lists, with groups, and like such as newsletters or nurture sequences. And some examples of those are MailerLite or MailChimp. So do you need both? Eventually you will, but not on day one. If you're just starting out, a simple spreadsheet and an email marketing tool is enough. But as you grow, a CRM becomes essential so leads don't fall through the cracks. Some tools do both. ActiveCampaign and HubSpot have CRM plus email built in. For most solo bookkeepers starting out, MailerLite for email marketing and a simple spreadsheet for lead tracking is a perfectly fine starting point. Practical bookkeeper example. Walk through a real scenario. Someone fills out your contact form, goes into your CRM as a new lead. You send them a welcome email. That's email marketing. They don't book a call. CRM reminds you to follow up in 3 days. They join your email list. Now they get your monthly newsletter. 3 months later, they're ready to hire. And CRM shows you a full history of every touch point.
Yeah, so that's basically in a nutshell. That's exactly what it is. So, and this is why it gets confusing to me as well. So, Austin even mentioned, so you sent them the welcome email and they don't book the call, and then the CRM reminds you to do a follow up in 3 days. Well, the autoresponder you can also set up to go back out in 3 days. So that's why it gets confusing, and they're intermingled in such a way that sometimes it's hard to tell which one is doing which. But they're both important. The CRM is the thing that will keep you organized, and you'll know exactly where these people are at in the pipeline. If they're brand new, you don't want to probably jump right in and try to sell them on something big. If you've been dealing with them for a while, then you can look more into the sales process. So it's all important, and it's one of those things that can get overlooked. Don't spend a lot of money on this if you're new at it. Keep it simple, and as you grow your business, then look to expand, and then look to add these kind of things in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. It would help us out a lot. We'll see you tomorrow.